They laughed at him. They ignored him. Some even walked away without looking back. But one woman stayed, and she had no idea who he really was. The story began on a dusty morning when Evans stepped out of a broken bus with nothing but a small bag and worn shoes. His clothes were old, his hair unkempt, and his face looked tired from many journeys. To everyone who saw him, Evan was just another poor man trying to survive. What no one knew was that Evan was very rich. He owned companies, houses, and cars, but his heart was empty. All his life, people had loved his money, not him. Women smiled too quickly, spoke too sweetly, and dreamed loudly about his wealth. Each time, his heart broke a little more. One night, after another fake smile and another fake promise, Evan made a decision. "I will hide my wealth," he told himself. "I will hide everything. I will become poor so I can see who truly sees me." So he left his world of comfort and entered a small town where no one knew his name. At first, Evan tried to talk to people, especially women. He was kind, respectful, and gentle, but the moment they noticed his torn shoes or heard that he had no steady job, their faces changed. One woman laughed and said, "Love does not pay bills." Another said, "I cannot suffer with a poor man." Some did not even answer him. Each rejection cut deep. At night, Evan lay on his thin mattress, staring at the ceiling, wondering if true love still existed. Then one evening, as the sun painted the sky orange, Evan met Lena. She was sitting outside a small food shop, counting coins slowly, carefully. Her dress was simple, her hands rough from work, but her eyes were soft. Evan greeted her, expecting the usual cold response, but Lena smiled. They talked about small things, life, dreams, pain, laughter. Evan did not pretend to be impressive. He spoke honestly, like a man with nothing to offer but his heart. Days turned to weeks. Evan and Lena met often. They walked together, shared meals, and talked until the stars came out. Evan noticed something strange. Lena never asked him what he owned. She never asked about money. She never complained about his struggles. One day, Evan finally asked her, "Why are you so kind to me?" Lena looked at him quietly, then said, "Because you listen, because you respect me, because when you speak, I feel safe." Those words broke something inside Evan. For the first time in years, his heart felt full. Soon, Evan asked Lena to be his fiancée. "I am poor," he said. "Life with me will not be easy." Lena held his hands tightly and replied, "I have lived a hard life already. I want a good heart, not a rich house." But not everyone approved. Lena's best friend saw the engagement and laughed cruelly. "Are you really getting engaged to a poor man?" her friend mocked, shaking her head. "Do you not see what you're doing? He has nothing." Lena felt a pang of shame, but stood firm. She said, "I do see," she said softly. "I also see the man who loves me for who I am. That matters more than anything else." Their engagement continued quietly, with Evan supporting her and Lena trusting him completely. Still, she never complained, even when life was hard. Then one morning, everything changed. A long line of expensive cars stopped outside their small home. Well-dressed men stepped out and bowed before Evan. "Sir," one said, "we are here to take you home." Lena froze. Evan turned to her with tears in his eyes. He told her the truth, about his wealth, about the test, about how everyone else rejected him. He knelt before her and said, "I did not get engaged to you because you were poor like me. I chose you because you loved me when you thought I had nothing." Lena cried, not because he was rich, but because he trusted her with his heart. Evan gave her everything, but more importantly, he gave her the respect and love she had always deserved. And in the end, Evan learned the greatest truth of all. Money can attract many people, but only love can reveal the right one.